Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. This is a part two of writing task 2 live stream that I did on Saturday. So I gave some homework for students to do task 2, and some students did do task 2, and they posted it in the comments. And I'm going to check it today and give some feedback. So just a review of the homework: write an Ielts task 2 essay. And I asked you, do not check your spelling or grammar. I just wanted to see your actual level and post it in the comments. I'll check that today. Very soon. I think 4 or 5 people did it, so we'll check that. All right, let's take a look at who is here. Necky's going to be back later. All right. And Layla says, I'm so excited to know your feedback on my essay. It's just going to be general feedback. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there are a lot of essays, but I'll help you out. Hello, Anna Maria. And okay, so we have Neki, Layla, Anna Maria, Sigma, Mail. Hello, guys. Hello, Julio. Okay, your essay's here. Lavania's here. Hello. All right. And Jay Free is here. So welcome. Please remember to like the video. That helps. It's very hot in my house right now. I turned on the air conditioning, but I am starting to sweat. All right. So this video will help your writing. We will go into task 2. We'll look at it together. We're going to talk about it. And you will learn a lot from this video. I did already check a lot of the writing, and it is already fantastic. But of course, there's always ways to improve. And this video will help you improve your IELTS writing task 2. So let's move this up. All right, so the task 2, minimum 250 words. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Minimum 250 words. You had about 40 minutes. Remember, you have 60 minutes to do task 1, task 2. You should allocate 20 minutes for task 1, 20 minutes for task 2. And the scoring, and this is what we're going to look at today, task response. Did you answer that question? And coherence and cohesion. Does your essay go well together on a macro level, the whole essay, and on a micro level, each paragraph down to the sentence? Are you using transition words, things like that? Lexical resources, your vocabulary. Are you using the precise and correct words? Are you using simple words, or are you using a little more advanced words? We're going to look at that. And grammatical range and accuracy. Again, you're using, you have good grammar. All right, so this was the question. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task, write about the following topic. Now, of course, with the real IELTS writing, you have 40 minutes, but for your homework, I said, I don't care how long it takes you, just get it done. Start practicing. 40 minutes is when you've already practiced a lot and you're ready for the IELTS. But when you're training and trying to get ready for the IELTS and you're practicing essays, it's going to take a little longer. But each essay you do, it'll get a little bit shorter and easier to write because you know what you're doing. This was the question. Let's take a look. Online education is becoming more and more popular. Some people claim e-learning has so many benefits that it will replace face-to-face education. Oh, and it's going off screen soon. Others say that traditional education is irreplaceable. Discuss both views and give your opinion. What's a good size? All right, so this is important because I copied what I talked about in the last video. You have to discuss both views and give your opinion. And again, uh, it takes practice. I know the essays today will not be perfect, but I am proud of everyone who did try this lesson. And I'm just going to check the chat. Max Mudov, hello, what's going on? We're checking essays for task 2. All right, Neki's going to leave after 30 minutes. So I don't see Sleepwalker here. We'll come back to Sleepwalker later. Layla Pallavi, Julio, Anna Maria. Neki, you didn't give a homework? I was going to start with Sleepwalker, but I don't see Sleepwalker. Okay, so Sleepwalker's not here right now, but I'll do Sleepwalkers later because I know Sleepwalker will watch the video later. So I guess we'll start with Layla. Okay. All right, let's just copy this question and bring it here. Let's put it so we don't lose it. Can you see the screen okay, or do you want it bigger? Is the text big enough? Let me know in the chat. Screen is okay. Okay. Okay, so remember in the introductory paragraph, I am looking for you to paraphrase, kind of summarize what this is talking about and your thesis, which is going to be your opinion on this matter. And again, I didn't ask you to check spelling or edit, so nobody should feel shame because of their mistakes. Nobody. We should only we should only congratulate those who have spent the time practice writing this essay, because these people are better than the people that did not take the time to practice this essay. Okay. With the modern technology and industrial revolution, the distance education has become possible and easier all around the world. Okay, right away, I can see too many thes. This one's okay. We'll put a green. So we don't need that the article. And I know everyone's going to have difficulties with articles, but right there, with modern technology and the Industrial Revolution. So I moved that and I know Layla, you're going to ask, how do I know when I need the article? Well, that's a whole live stream and lesson right there. With modern technology and the Industrial Revolution, I don't think we need this. So I would cut that out. Why did you think you needed to mention the Industrial Revolution? With modern technology, distance education has become possible and easier all around the world. All right. This side. Okay. So this is confusing. What do you mean this side? Well, there's two sides. This side of progressing has been taken advantage significantly and remarkable. We have Lee and remarkably. Let's get that Lee. During the COVID-19 crisis. Therefore, good. I like that. There, okay, grammar problem here. Remember, small grammar mistakes are not something you need to worry about too much, but of course, we always want to improve my we always want to improve your grammar and my grammar. All right, so right here, Google Docs is telling us we definitely need to say there are a bunch of people who think this type of education method has a large number of features that might replace the face-to-face. Uh, Here you go. I'm going to ask, can you guys think of any synonyms for face-to-face? What is another way to express face-to-face? Is there another phrase or word you can think of? Let me know in the comments. What's another way to say face-to-face? There are, okay, nonetheless, there are other people believe that the face-to-face is the original copy of the case. Okay, who believe that face-to-face. I'm just going to go through. I took out that article. Uh, Usually, Layla, you don't have article problems. I'm not sure why you have so many of those. So this is right away. I took out 5 articles, in the introduction. So right away, Layla, we can identify a very significant issue you need to work on, and that is articles, especially the article the. Again, I cannot spend this live stream teaching all about the article the, but I will help you out in the future. Okay, that's okay. Oh, Sleepwalker's here. Okay, I'll do you next, Sleepwalker. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the grammar too much. I did identify a major problem, the article the, and I'm sure everyone watching this live stream will have problems using articles, especially an, or the. But what I'm going to do is, did Layla paraphrase? So, more and more popular e-learning has so many benefits that it will replace face-to-face education. All right. So she used modern technology, distance education. Okay. That's a good that I like that. I like it. Has become possible and easier around the world. Can you think of a synonym for easier? This side of progressing has been taken advantage significantly. All right, taken advantage of. I'm going to say, how about utilized? Utilized. That's my word. Significantly and remarkably during the COVID crisis. Okay, that sounds good. I like this. Distance at modern technology, distance education, and it progressed during the COVID-19 crisis. Therefore, there are a bunch of people. Now, this bunch is a little too casual. We cannot say bunch of people. So can we get a synonym for that? Of people who think this type of education method has a large number. Oh, a large number. Can we get a synonym for that? I think you can increase your vocabulary on these points right here. That might replace face to face education. All right, face to face. Does anyone have a synonym for face to face? Let's check. Traditional education, conventional education. Yes, but what is something that can express face to face? All right, Jay Fry is coming in with numerous. Where are we going to? There are numerous people. We can stick that in there. You You could put numerous here too. Numerous. All right, face to face. We do have another expression in English. I'm just going to check it, make sure I'm using it correctly. Which is in person. You could use face to face, but in person is also a synonym to mean that you are in the room actually with the person. Okay. All right. So I think she does a good job with summarizing. So paraphrasing, summarizing. I don't think that's a problem, Layla. You're doing that really well, but it's just we have some grammar issues, and I think you have to start increasing your vocabulary to a little bit higher level. Now, I'm going to look for your opinion right here. All right, this is what I like to see right here. In my view, distance education is more convenient as face education is more interactive. Okay, in my view, is more convenient as in my view, distance education is more convenient as face to face. In my view, distance education is more convenient. Let's just put an and face to. You're not really okay. We'll come back to this. We're gonna have to move on. I can't go over every point. Sorry, because we got a lot of essays and we got a lot of people waiting. All right. From my point of view, you already said in my view up here. So this, in my point of view, I don't think is a good start to this section. You can use first. And we're going to get rid of this article. The face-to-face education is more necessary and significant for the first stages of education. We're getting rid of the again in elementary school, middle school, and high school. Due to that, comma, children and teenagers need to be more engaged and interactive with other people who are again and took who are I'm going to take out the in the or the, who are the same age. Oh, in. Now, is this a new paragraph here? How many paragraphs you got? All right. So right here, I think you would benefit by a more specific example. So, do you have a specific example right here of what you're talking about? So, I would suggest you get in a specific example in the future. Furthermore, with traditional education, the students do not need any modern technology such as computers, tablets, or smart cell phones. This type of education all needs the physical presence. Oh, physical presence. I like that. It's a good expression. And they're okay, this is great. This whole line. All right. On the contrary, getting rid of the article, the strange. I don't remember, I've checked your writing a lot, Layla. I don't remember you having so many problems with the article, though. I guess in formal writing, that issue has come up. On the contrary, distance education is more okay. We got a transition word here. I would suggest, on the other hand, when you're just talking about two sides of an issue, on this side and then on the other hand, I would suggest this. Furthermore, you put it as another uh, paragraph, but maybe I like the furthermore, but maybe it could just be one paragraph. All right. On the other hand, distance education is more suitable with people who have other responsibilities like work, having kids, and okay, who have not enough time to go to schools or universities. One of its main advantages is saving more time. Who do not have enough time. One of its main advantages is saving more time and feeling more. Oh, we have a spelling mistake here. Convenient. Again, don't worry about that. So this spelling, as there are multiple sources for that, like YouTube, online courses, and different kinds of apps. Okay. So first problem I can identify is articles, though, and the second problem I can identify is you're having some issues with plurals, how to use plurals. So up here, where you didn't put plurals on the computers, tablets, you did put it on the smartphones. Okay. All right. To sum up, good. Again, I like in conclusion. I believe these days we cannot dispense. Okay, you had a spelling mistake there with both methods. Okay, the first one is the most important to younger generations, since the second one, okay, since would be, since would definitely be the wrong word here. The first one is the most important to younger generations. Let's let's stick it at that. And the second one is favorable with people who are multitasking. No, I don't think multitasking is going to work here. So you don't really want to introduce new. Let's get rid of Palavi. You don't want to really introduce new concepts in your conclusion here, like multitasking. Where are you talking about? Uh, are you talking about this as being multitasking? So I'm a little confused about this word. I thought in person would be casual. It could be, but you could use that. I don't know, Robin. In my language, we use the. I guess that affected my writing. Yeah. But I've been checking your writing for years. I did not notice that mistake. All right, I didn't go over every little detail of this essay, but I will make comments. The first is yes, Layla is doing an excellent job because she is realizing she's trying to think of different ways to summarize online education as becoming popular. And it has so many benefits that will replace face-to-face education. So she is summarizing there, and she clearly gives her opinion. So when we go to the back to the score, the task response, okay, it's going to be higher. I'm not going to give an exact score. Coherence and cohesion could be better. You are doing a great job by using uh, transition words that we studied, but you're still a little awkward with using transition words. So you do need to practice those transition words more. The as, the since, the therefore. On the other hand, and the vocabulary, I think I think you have a better vocabulary. So when you're writing, try your best when you have a word. Hey, is there a better word to use? Not just a simple word. And I know we have the time. I know there's a lot of pressure with time, and you're nervous, but always do your best uh, to increase your vocabulary if you can. That's part of it. All right, and grammar is where we had a lot. I think your lowest score would be in the grammar. There were numerous grammar mistakes that confused me. Uh, you had some difficulty expressing exactly what you mean, but overall, yeah, it's good. All right, Layla, I'm going to leave it at that. Do you have any questions, Layla, about your feedback? I'm going to move on to Sleepwalker if Layla's done. Sleepwalker. Just waiting for Layla's. BB's here. Hello, BB. All right. All right. Sleepwalker. So let's get the question again. Copy. Let's come up here. The internet expands opportunity and makes it possible to get an education being anywhere, thereby. Okay, now, why did you decide to use thereby? I did not teach thereby in any of my videos. Did James teach thereby in one of his videos? All right, you just know the word. Well, from my knowledge of thereby, it is definitely, I would say, more commonly used in the middle of a sentence, not as a beginning transition word. And I'm going to go with what Google is telling me here to use a therefore. I think you're not exactly using thereby perfectly. So in a future video, we'll talk more about thereby. All right. Thereby, distance education becoming an increasingly attractive option. Great sentence. Look at that. Becoming an increasingly attractive option. Great. They declare. Who's they? Okay, so I'm a little confused who they are. They declare that online education will become more preferable. Here's a good word, preferable. According to other people, conventional education more trustworthy and guarantees. Okay, so we need that S, the quality of education. All right. So with the paraphrasing, okay, you did paraphrase, but I cannot find your opinion. Where is your opinion, Sleepwalker? Is- The internet expands opportunities and makes it possible to get it. Is this just your opinion here? So, Sleepwalker, I would suggest you use very clear words. In my view, in my opinion, uh, so we satisfy this. There's no confusion. There's no doubt. Your opinion is in the introduction. That's the goal of the introduction. Paraphrase opinion. That's what I'm looking for. If I don't find it, you lose the points, and you lost the points. Uh, so we must have a clear opinion. All right. Nowadays, it is no longer necessary to attend class in person. There we go. So Sleepwalker was able to use in person. Good. Online learning makes it possible. Obviously, getting an education from home is more convenient for most people, although no one can guarantee the quality of such education. How many words is this, Sleepwalker? I'm just going to check the word count. 'Cause it seems like a lot of words. So 336. So wow. 336 words. It's a little too long, Sleepwalker, because you're shooting for 250 words. So you're going too long. This is too long. You're not going to have time to write this long of an essay. Remember, you got to have time to write your essay. So you don't want to go too far over 250, 260, 270. Great. Because you got to write it and you have to go back and check it. You got to allow some time for checking. So if you were writing 336 words, you're probably writing right to the end without uh, time for review. So I would say right away, the first problem is too long. Too long. Second problem, I do not see a clear opinion. All right. Okay, we have on the other hand, good. I like these words. Thus, easy to combine work and study. Okay, good. So your writing is good. I can't really complain too much about Sleepwalker's writing. So you're even giving more examples here. It is a cheaper education. Uh, okay, you're using on the other hand twice. So right here, I would say no. You wanna show your range, your vocabulary range, variation. Here is a chance not to repeat this transition word. This is your chance to use something new. So don't use on the other hand twice in the same paragraph. Uh, so I would say don't do that. Yeah, I'm going to follow Google here. We need and well organized because we have a list 1, 2, and 3. So we need and. And then as a result, okay. All right. So yeah, your writing is flowing well. Uh, I would prefer more specific examples. You're still a little bit general. Okay, let's move on. There's a lot here. Haha, I didn't count. You probably would have ran out of time on the yeah, it took you said down here, it took you an hour and a half. You would have ran out of time on the real test. So you got to be more efficient with your time. All right. I like this term. So yeah, you know, sleepwalker, you're using the right word. Oh, geez, yeah, this is good. Oh, geez. Okay, great. All right. I'm sick of this already. On the other hand, again, 3 times in one essay. No, don't do that, sleepwalker. So look at some other ways to express. Another way to look at this, in addition, or the other view, something like that. Good word. Okay. In conclusion, good. Good. Hence. Oh, good. Okay. Sleepwalker, your vocabulary and grammar are good. So I didn't read it all, and I didn't read it out loud, but I did read it. So task response. Um, you didn't. Your introduction failed to give your opinion, so this is going to suffer this score. Coherence and cohesion. You're doing a great job, and the vocabulary, you're doing a great job, and grammatical range and accuracy, you're doing a great job. Not too much to complain. The word count, give your opinion, and don't say on the other hand 3 times. Don't use any words or any transition words 3 times. This is your chance to show your range in vocabulary and phrases. So use as many as you can. Now, you did use thus, you did use hence. That's great. In conclusion, nowadays, that's all great. So, very, very different problems than Layla, but still, every student has their issues. So, good job. Your writing is excellent, Sleepwalker. I think a few more essays and you would be ready for the Ielts. Sleepwalker, where did you learn all your writing? What score could I get? I don't know. I would have to look at it a little more detail. I'm not going to give any scores today, but I would say above 5. Is it 7? I don't know. Is it 8? I don't know. No. I'm not going to give a score because I will give a score in a more formal setting, not in a live stream. I don't like giving, and I don't think James will like giving out scores in live streams because these are a little bit unofficial. We're not looking at them in great detail, but it is pretty good. And Sleepwalker is showing off to everyone. This is my natural ability. Sleepwalker, that's your natural ability. Okay, Sleepwalker. Well, keep doing it, but I would say, Sleepwalker, you're at the point where you keep a 40-minute maximum time. So when you do another essay, I want you to only do it in 40 minutes. So Sleepwalker, you are ready for the time pressure. All right. Uh I want you to do your essay in 35 minutes and spend 5 minutes going back and checking it. Not a 5. I would say above 5. I'm not going to give a score. All right. So we did Sleepwalker Layla. Let's. Pallavi's not here. Oh. Julio's here. Julio, if you're watching, say yes. You were here earlier. Are you here? Say yes. Robin, how much time do you think that I need to practice to be better and avoid that issues? Everyone has issues. Nobody is going to write the perfect essay. You just try to get the next essay better. And then you try to get the next essay after that better. There's going to be no perfect essay. Yeah, Anna Maria is here. So we'll move on to Anna Maria. Julio's sleeping. All right, Anna Maria, let's copy question again. Online education. All right, online education became most popular in the last years, in the last few years because of the pandemic we lived in. And we were forced to implement that. Nowadays, okay, like that. Many people think it will replace traditional education, and it is very convenient. And it is a very convenient way to study. All right. I'm going to. They're using more and more popular, and you put most popular. If you're going to use the same language, you got to use the same language. If you're not going to use synonyms and you're just going to copy, it's more popular here. It should be more popular. Online education became more popular the last few years because of the pandemic we lived in, and we were forced to implement that. Oh, what is that? What is that? What did we implement? I love the word implement. Great job with the word implement. That is a great word to use at that spot. Forced to implement. Love it. But right here, that. What is that? I don't know. Anna Maria, what is that? Julio, Julio, you're 2 seconds late. I'll do yours next, Julio. And what is your opinion? So big problem. And give your opinion. I should see. What is it? So you got to be specific. You can't just say that and it. You got to use vocabulary here. This is a good chance to use vocabulary expressing these issues, what's going on. Um, and we need an opinion. What's your opinion? In the intro. Now, you're talking, in my opinion, right here. No, it should be in the introduction. Now, if we brought this up, how many words? How many words is your essay? I'm doing a word check. 252. All right. All right. So I would make this, in my opinion, part of the first paragraph. In my opinion, comma. Okay, we got your opinion in the. So don't put it in another paragraph. It should be in your first paragraph. For kids, teenagers, and even university students, classrooms are necessary. Okay. It is a better way to focus and interact with other students. Okay. This interaction is part of complete education, not only memorizing concept. Teamwork, one word, is a part of education, discussion, put a comma, and debating face to face. All right. Um, so in your intro, keep it one paragraph and try to stay away from words like that are unspecific. You're expecting the reader to know what that means. You're expecting the reader to know what it means. No. On the other hand, online education is an extraordinary option for busy people that work from home or have other kinds of activities. We are always in a hurry, and so an online, yeah, Google's suggesting the correct word. You said avoid, but prevents. So that you use avoid here. That is the wrong word. You should use prevent. Ugh, why is this? Prevents. Okay, I like online education, interacting with teachers and other students like live streams. Another important issue about online education is related to the vast range of possibilities it offers. Okay. I like this. Don't disappoint me. We can apply to many universities and courses around the world that we could hardly afford face to face. It opens an incredible opportunity, and many of them, what is them? Many of them. So right there, what is them? Opportunities or universities? So I'm confused. What is them? Can be better than the local options we can find. So I think it says it opens an incredible opportunity. So what is it? Because you have it, I think, referring to this situation. This situation opens an incredible opportunity, and many opportunities, or many of these situations. I'm confused. It's right here. Uh, this would confuse me. To conclude, I think both options are important according to who is studying. For young people, I think face to face education should be mandatory. Online education is an excellent alternative. Good expression there. It's hard for me to select. When time is enough, or we're searching for more. Online education is an excellent alternative when time is enough, or we are searching for more alternatives. That I don't like using the alternatives twice. Okay, so my general advice, if you're still listening, Ali Haydar, hello. Vanya, Nitesh, Bruno. Hello, is Bruno, my French. General advice: be careful with these words. You're expecting us to know what that means, and it can be confusing because of how you structure the sentence. So I would say try to be clearer of what you're talking about here. Like Sleepwalker, try not to repeat words too much. Try to use other words. and get your opinion. This was a separate paragraph. Now let's keep it in the first paragraph. All right. There for every essay, there's a lot more information, a lot more feedback I could give, but I'm trying to keep it simple today because this is the first time I'm doing this. All right. So yeah, keep writing. Um, I think Anna Maria, a lot of your writing will definitely improve with practice. Uh, you do have a lot of good expressions here, and yeah, I'm sure you can handle the IELTS writing task too after some more practice. All right, we're going to move on to Julio Gonzalez Segura. And we're going to check the word count here. This is 153. All right, so big problem. It's not enough words, Julio. It's not enough. That was right there. It's got to be over 250. You wrote 153 words. You're going to lose points. So let's get the question again. And for the late people, let's just review the question. Online education is becoming more and more popular. Some people claim that e learning has so many benefits that it will replace face to face education soon. Others say that traditional education is irreplaceable. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Even though the pandemic, we don't need a comma, even though the pandemic did that, the country was get ready in a very short time for the teaching online. It was shown that if you did you use a translation program? So Julio, this looks like translation program. Julio, did you write it in your language and then translate? So the first sentence, Julio, is not a good start. I'm confused. Probably your sentence is too long. If you did write this, it looks like you translated it. But if you did write this, don't start with long sentences because your grammar level is not enough for these large, complicated sentences. All right. So I'm confused here, but it is helpful that he's starting with a however. In my opinion, the traditional system is more okay. Well, I like this, in my opinion. We have, again, we have a lot of grammar issues. So, however, in my opinion, the traditional system is more beneficial than the e-learning than than e-learning, and everything's okay now. And then right here, mainly, I'm confused. So grammar issue here. I'm not sure why you have this, and you got so your introduction here is two sentences, and I think it should be three or four sentences. So, Julio, your sentences are too long. And the longer the sentence, the more confusing it's going to be because you need very advanced grammar structures for your sentences. And you don't know how to do that exactly yet. So, Julio, right away, my advice shorter sentences. Shorter sentences. This is one sentence. Wow, that is too big. That even for a native speaker, that's too big. So shorter sentences. On the other hand, online education is good at college levels. especially for people who must move from their hometowns to places where the where there are main educational centers. In this sense, should also be in this sense. I'm not sure what you're going to mean by in this sense. Should also be considered the people in college have a little more level of maturity, discipline, and autonomy. Okay, so to conclude, I think education face to face is important for the children, and in the case of the young people in college at high levels, could be beneficial in many cases. All right, your conclusion is also just one sentence. All right, so Julio, good job. Good job. You got a good first start here. Got a good first start. Right away, I'm going to go with we need to improve your grammar. So Julio, I don't think writing, you're not ready to write IELTS essays. I think you should practice writing more general English, like keep a journal or diary, or practice just simple writing, day to day writing. That will benefit you a lot more than jumping into IELTS essay writing. So it's a good attempt, but we really, really need to work on the grammar here, because you have to know how to. We have to know how you have to know how to make basic sentences. And then once you know the basic sentences, then we can kind of increase, uh, we can make them more sophisticated, more, we can make the grammar more advanced, use more advanced grammar. I'm losing my mind right now. Okay, Julio. Yes, I sometimes use Google. Oh, Julio, you cannot use Google. If you're using Google, please, Julio, I never want to edit Google again. You're not supposed to use Google, Julio. How much of this is Google? What percent, Julio? It's very, very rude to get a teacher to edit a translation. I prefer online education to a boring in-person education. Okay, I think I know that, BB, because you're always here. You seem to like live streams, BB. Is that true? All right. So we can see that every person here has a different issue to overcome, and nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. There's always room for improvement. And of course, when you do finally write the task two on the IELTS, uh, you know, it would be great if you got band nine, perfect score. But it's okay if you don't. You just need the score that you need, and usually that's 6.5 or 7. So if you got band 7 and you needed a band 7, you don't need to study IELTS anymore. Okay, that's good enough. There are some people, they keep taking the IELTS test because they want to get a higher and higher score, but that doesn't really get you anything. If a school or a company, if they only require band 7, there's no real reason to keep taking the test trying to get band 9, other than just your own hobby score. Oh, BB can say a nice comment. Well, that must be the nicest comment I ever got from BB. Thank you. Difficulty. We need lots of practice. How much time we need to practice upon each of our circumstances? Yes. Pallavi's not here, so I don't think I'm gonna. I'll just take a quick look at Pallavi's. Pallavi's probably the youngest person. All right. So Pallavi, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but right away, let's break it into paragraphs. And let's check the words. How many words did Pallavi write? Yeah. Pallavi's at 308. So Pallavi, you need about 260, 270. 308 seems a little long. Right here, right away, today, there's no capital letter. A time expression, we should have a comma, and there's no capital letter after a comma. So basic editing here you need to know. Oh, you have good comma usage here. Good comma usage. Okay, so we need your opinion, Flavi. Don't have your opinion about this issue. Don't start. Don't. I would say stay away starting sentences. Don't. Very rarely you are going to start a sentence with but, because, or and. Especially at the beginning of a paragraph. Do not start with but or because. And as I'm looking through your essay, I see you're starting a lot of sentences with these words. Here's another one. So I would say, Plavi, we made some videos, James and I, with transition words. Well, you got on the other hand here. That's good. But try not to start sentences with and or because or but. This will improve your writing right away. Try to use different transition words. All right. Again, after a comma, we do not use a capital letter after a comma. This should be small. In conclusion, is the second most important option for getting education. Getting an education. On the contrary, in the absence of traditional education, well, this is a good phrase. In the absence of traditional education, where did you get that one? That's pretty good. Students' mental development, intelligence, conscience, and the character cannot develop. Let's do a check. Okay. Okay, so Pallavi, try not to use contractions too. Instead of that's, right? That is. Because in academic writing, we don't use contractions. All right. So good job, Pallavi. I'm very happy you tried this. So a little bit shorter, but what you need to work on right away is getting away from because and but. Try to use different words in these situations. You are using some transition words. On the other hand, in conclusion, that's good. That's good. I like that, but more can be done there. Okay. Online education. I think everyone here likes online education. You're all watching. Julio, never again. That is very rude, Julio, to Google Translate 60% and ask a teacher to edit Google Translate. That is very, very rude because I'm editing. I'm not editing your writing, Julio. I'm editing a bad translation. I want to edit only your writing, Julio. And by asking me to edit a translation, you're wasting our time because that's not your writing. That's not your writing, Julio. Never use Google Translate for writing. Anyone here, uh, everyone watching right now, if you are using Google Translate, please do not do the homework. Do not do the homework if you need Google Translate. Because I never want to edit, and James, he's not here, but I'm sure James never wants to edit Google Translate. It's very rude. It's wasting our time. Second, if you are using Google Translate, you are not ready for Ielts. You should not be studying for Ielts. You should be focused on general English. All right, Julio. So, Julio, I want you to improve, but I want you to write. You have to improve your writing, not your translation. All right. Okay, let's go back to. Oh, we're going to talk about the next homework. This is a little too big. We're going to go back to task 1. I'm going to give you this chart. I'm going to put a link to this chart in the description of the video. It says homework, write a task 1 report again, post in the comments. So I'll put this in the below this video, this link. It's task 1. So if you forgot how to do task 1, go back to the task 1 video and review. Look at this information and write a task 1. No Google Translate. Oh, Lavania's here. Lavania did write something like 1 hour ago. So Lavania, I didn't have time to, and you didn't have time to write the full. But let's see if we can take a quick look at Lavania's writing. Some writing is better than no writing. Let's take a look at Lavania. She's going to be shy. So good job, Lavania. Some writing is better than no writing. And some writing is better than Google Translate. Did you use Google Translate, Lavania? All right. Online learning, in my opinion, good. Great. Is extremely beneficial. Great. Perfect. Love it. Contraction, no. So again, for academic writing, higher level writing, we don't use contraction. So we want to use do not. We do not need to travel because we continue our studies from wherever we are. All right. So you have your opinion, but you didn't really paraphrase, you didn't summarize the question. So you have the opposite issue as the other students. Your opinion is awesome. It's right there, very clear, but you needed to summarize this. Transportation. Okay, this is a good topic sentence. I like it. Okay, this is good. You know, Lavania, your grammar here is pretty good. So yeah, good. All right, don't get that specific. Can't get that specific in YouTube in IELTS. You have a space here, Lavanya. You see here, too much space. You can't use too much space there. Don't hit space. One space. All right, and we're missing words. Increased. Maybe you're missing words. So Lavanya, this This is well written. It's a good start, Lavanya. It's not enough for the IELTS yet, but hey, Lavanya, if you're not taking the IELTS essay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good writing. Lavanya, you should keep a diary or something. I would enjoy reading more of your writing. Maybe we can have some sort of way people can do daily writing. I'll think about that. But of course, don't say my name on the IELTS test. Nobody knows. I'm not that famous. I'm not famous at all. All right, going back to the homework, you got to do the task 1. All right, let's see if there's any comments. Julio, thank you for your time, and I'll watch later. Okay, see you. Okay, thank you. In the fourth, what is the fourth continent? Fourth continent? I am improved, Robin. Yeah. All right. Good. Well, thank you. I was impressed with that writing. Any questions about the homework? So task 1, post it, and I will try to review that in the next live stream. All right, I'm going to leave in about a minute. So if anyone has any last comments, let me know. In my opinion, task 2 is easier than task 1. Perhaps. North and South America, this is fourth continent. So you consider the fourth continent. So we have North America and South America, which I'm not in North America or South America. There's Europe. I'm not in Europe. I'm in Asia and Australia and Antarctica. And there's Africa. Which continent am I the best? Homework without check. Yeah, we want to try and get real situation, real conditions. We want to mimic as much as we can. We want to mimic the real conditions of the test, except time. Sleepwalker is at the stage where Sleepwalker should mimic the real conditions of the IELTS test and the time. The rest of you just practice writing the essay or the report. Don't edit it. Just write it, post it. Are you going to check next homework? Maybe. Depends on how many there are and the quality. We are the same continent, America. Well, no, America is a country. North America is a continent, and South America is a continent. Those are different continents. Please, Robin, answer my question. Which question is that? Is that the one I just answered? You're tagging me again? There are people in the fourth. What do you mean, fourth continent? What is the fourth continent? Goodbye. No. Difficulty from Bruno. Hey, Bruno, try out some homework and try to help you out. Join the WhatsApp group. We'll help you out there. Remember to like this video. I'm going to sign off now. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you in the WhatsApp group. You can join the WhatsApp group in the description of this video. Oh, and right at the end, we got these spam. Yeah, I kicked that bot. PB, South and North America are the 4 continents. I don't know what you're talking about, BB. 4 continent. All right, bye everyone.